Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I'm doing a flip through of my 2025 Hillside Heart Prompts journal, which is lovely and fluffy. I'll have the playlist below that shows how I began this one. I added these dangles. This one was made quite a while ago and I added it to the front, and then I made this dangle with some leftover shank buttons and a paper clip, and then I added them to a bulb pin. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a great, relaxing day. I'm going to add this little riser. When I chose the prompts, they don't match up to the beginning of the book. They're all over the place. And I did not put anything on the inside of my cover. I would normally have the date somewhere, but because this is for the full year, I know that. There's so much going on already. So what I'll do is I'll flip through, I'll say the week and what the prompts are, because some of my prompts are upside down the way I've put them in here. Week 9, Fairy Tale and Rainbow. This was a zine. Week 38, Face Collage and Parsimonious. Week 20, Time and Apple Green. Double spread. This one's upside down. It is week 44, and it's Starshine and Kindness. Week 28, White and Combination. It just makes me think of how everyone has their own take and their own way of making art with certain words, what it brings to your mind, to your heart. This is one page, and it is Forest and Cute, week 45. Week 6, Arbor and Gesso. Week 46, Authentic and Party. Little note, invitation. On this side, it's week 34, Poetry and Quirky. An empty page. This was week number 1, Sassy and Luminous. This week, 3, Delicate and Hillside. Oh yes, I made a hillside. So fun. And this one is these two here, which is number 40, week 40, Island and Polka Dots. And this is week, I have a little pocket. A pocket that I made with an envelope. I made an envelope. Week 35, favorite color and fabric. And I could put it this way. This is week 42, lace and Frida Kahlo. That was, well, they're all so fun. Some of them I remember a little bit more. I think it's also because this one was 42, so it's only 10 weeks ago. I also watched the documentary about Frida, so that's why it's on my mind a little bit. Another empty spot here. This was week 14, which is A Season and Puppy Love. This one is Text Other Than English, which I found in a brochure from our cruise, and this is Dutch, and then Groovy. Week 47, A Color You Rarely Use, and Seaside. And this page here is week 49, Glorious and Wind. And I only used a few items here to show that you don't have to have a lot going on to be effective and to convey your own message, which was so fun to do. Oh, they're all so fun. This collage, I used the back side of this page. I had a few left over, so I was able to make a little pocket or a tuck spot. Diversity and Fussy Cut. And some of my cards already had art on them that was perfect to go with the prompts. And this one I'll turn this way. On our cruise, I did this while we were early in the morning, while we were waiting to go for breakfast or something. And I had a pouch of items, just a selected few items. So this is what I put together with and that was week 16, Rain and Journey. I think it's really fun to share how you can still get some meaningful art or just art for fun with a few items. Week 36, Metamorphosis and Slow Lifestyle. This is the tiger moth that visited our porch. There's the Luna moth, and all of these visited. These are all my own photos that I took from the porch, the hillside porch. And that is part of our slow lifestyle. This one is week 18, Doodle and Canada. And this one I had made a long time ago, and it's the Rocky Mountaineer. This is week 13, Cascade and Embroidery. I did a little embroidery here and I put a stitch in time. There's also some machine embroidery on this vintage cloth. My cascade is my hidden pocket. And I also have this cascading down the side, and then in this pocket, a picture of some cascade waterfalls. More embroidery. That was fun. Week 5, enjoyment and clouds. And this is week 24, window and blue. Here's a window, blue, it was fun to use the cards that I chose. When I made this, I upcycled the hearts from the year before, so 2025, I upcycled from Hillside Heart Prompts 2024. The hearts were on a ring. I flipped them over and added the new prompts that were contributed by you. And then I put them on the flashcards from the thrift store, which were really fun to turn into pockets and different things. Journaling cards, pockets, tags. I really used them. Week 22, cactus and recycled. This was at the Alamo. All the cacti there with me. One of our motorcycle trips. That was lots of great memories. This little page, I made a birdhouse out of a little wonky house that I slow stitched. It's birdhouse and peace. This was week number 8. With limited supplies, I did this one in our daughter's closet, Tara's closet. And I used just the things I had in my little pouch. And it's connection and coffee or cafe. And this is week 19, solitude and blooming. Week 30, bubbles and angel. Another fun exercise when I'm using prompts is to do things that I normally wouldn't do and see how I can accomplish that particular word or thought in my mind. And I think that is the fun adventure. Week 25. Mailbox and paint scraping. Here's my journaling on a note, a memo. Paint scraping. Oh, and then there's the mailbox. This one. Grateful and colors. Number 2, this was week 2, and it's Playful and Singing in the Rain. People and Gemstones, week number 12. "32 is Delight and Sunflowers. This is week 37. I guess I forgot to write them down on some of them. And that one is Pastel and Words. And we're into week 33, Gold and Mystery. Marvel and Cats. Great memories. Great memories of being little with the nursery rhymes I grew up with. This is a fold out, and it is and this one, Use Buttons and Orange, number 31. This was right after a Happy Mail, and it was great to use these in here. I think this goes here. Yeah, it does. Week 43, Heirloom and Splatter. I did use the back of that page to hold my tag, which was perfect here, and that is week number 10, Bold and Imagination. Week 17, Pets and Faith. Week number 7, Secrets and Music. Oh, that was fun too. They're all great. A Semic writing for a secret. Oh yeah. This side. And it's number 48, Wave and Something White. Another one that I did in our cruise cabin. Week 15, Moon and Something That Makes You Smile. yeah, that goes in there. Double spread here on week 29, Nature and Transparent. So here's some transparent, little piece of scrap wax paper, a little transparent ruffle organza that I used to hold my foliage, which was from our garden, our yard. And I also have little petals here from some hydrangea. And I was asked a while ago how this was holding up, and it turned brown, which is to be expected because it oxidized, but it hasn't fallen apart or come off. Neither have the little tiny petals here in the hydrangeas. And I think that's a really good sign. That was really fun. This is week 4, and it is textures and favorite things. Lots of texture on this page. This is week 51, vase and travel. This one is Friendship and Envelope, week 41. Friends on here. Made an envelope from some friendship mail. Turned my little piece of paper into a faux envelope top. And here we are with some more friends. Oh. This is week 21 with Lake Superior and leaves. Lake Superior. And I wrote down that we did our circle tour on our motorcycles around the whole lake. Awesome memories. There's Lake Superior again. And this is week 52, Doorway and Tea. That was the last one of the year. The very last page holds a whimsical collage that I had done. The prompts on this one are curious and something shiny. This was week 11. I thought it would be fun to do a whimsical collage because it's definitely a curious, and then something shiny was, there's some shiny objects in here, and I had my apple. I did some stars, some shiny stars, and then my apple sticker. That was shiny. That was, and then I just stuck it on the back of here so that I could fold it out for something different. That's the end. Didn't do anything over here. The end of this fun year of prompt adventures, art, jotting down memories, creating art with things, about things that I wouldn't have thought of. And now it's going to be soon time to do the next Hillside Heart Prompts. 2026. I hope you're inspired. I hope you have lots of fun ideas to help you journal, do some creative art journaling. There are no rules. It's your journal, it's your art. You do what makes you feel good. Always stay adventurous and be cozy. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.